and rolled up. Wow, I got a lot of freckles. Anyways. Alright, so today it is Shadow and Schmooze time because there are so many updates I have to share with you guys. Biggest one being, the name change down there. This is where we put on makeup and talk about life. This is actually going to be a super long Shadow and Schmooze, I'm pretty sure, unless I just do like a killer job at editing this down because I had a lot to talk to you guys about in this video. Lots of different things. I hope you guys are excited for the Shadow and Schmooze and enjoy while you're watching. If you do, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Alright, so I'm probably going to be a little bit of a hot mess today because I got back from Hawaii last night at like 2 a.m. A little bit jet lagged. I feel like I look jet lagged right now. I also just got my eyebrows waxed today at like a random nail salon. I was just driving by and was like, oh, I need to do that. And I have like bumps all over my face now, so I don't know if I was like allergic to their wax or what. Yeah, looking rough today, so here we go. Okay, so hold on, I have so much to tell you, I don't even know where to start. Am I even recording? I hope so. So I'm on a brand new camera, filming setup, everything right now. So this is the first full video I'm filming with this, so hopefully everything is good, but like always when you get new equipment, there's a bunch of just trial and error. So this is the first video. I have all of my videos pre-filmed through October, so November is really the next time you guys will see a video filmed on this camera. But this video I'm filming on Saturday and it'll probably be going up a few days later since I want to update you guys on things, but I have everything else way pre-filmed. So all of my October videos are my old camera, and then starting in November it'll be this new setup and everything, so you'll see like the background change a lot because I already pre-filmed those videos. You know what I'm saying? So if things are a little bit bright or the lighting's off or whatever, I'm still tweaking everything. Actually, I'm like redoing my whole lighting too, which is separate than like video things. Lighting is so hard to figure out, especially when you have a small room, because you want your light sources to be like as far away from you as possible, and I don't really have that option in this room, so when they're close, it just like creates a shiny look right here on my forehead where it's not actually shiny. So I'm trying to get that figured out and figure out the best like solution for this room. So all of that will be happening. But anyways, so for a primer, I'm going in with the Physicians Formula Mineral Primer. This is one of their new products from the Organic Wear collection. I'm also going to be trying out the new foundations. I'm not doing like a full day wear test or anything. I just wanted to kind of like quickly test out in a video. I have so much to tell you guys that this video is going to be mostly just catching up and talking and less talking about like makeup, you know. I don't know why I said twice. Even though I am testing out actually a lot of new products in today's video. Ooh, this feels very moisturizing. It has a white tint to it. Feels super moisturizing and definitely has a glow. So I have on my Thrives in Fall shirt. This shirt is by limited edition fall design. It's available right now, so I'll link it down below. It's like a super soft rust colored shirt with white font, obviously. It ships international and it's only going to be available until they sell out. It's available in plus size, and for reference, I wear a size small. This is a size small right now. It is unisex sizing, so I would say if you like a tighter fit, size down. Yeah, what the heck, man? It doesn't look like this. I don't know what these are. They're just like bumps from the wax. And then she refused to pluck my eyebrows. I was like, aren't we doing eyebrows here? What's happening? This is the new Physicians Formula Silk Foundation Elixir, and this is in the shade 1. The shade 1 and 2, there is a giant jump between shades here, so I might need to mix these two. The thing with this camera is that the autofocus is insane. Like, let me just look at how friggin' quick that went. It is a very nice camera, so hopefully you guys can notice the difference. I got a good lens, and once the lighting gets sorted out and I can like brighten up the background, then I think we'll be golden. But oh yeah, that shit's gonna be too light. Okay, so I'm gonna add in a bit of 2. I'm definitely gonna have to mix these two because 2 looks way too dark. I don't know what kind of coverage this is supposed to be. Okay, I need to start talking or else this is gonna turn into like a first impressions video. Definitely looks very glowy and just like natural. Light to medium coverage. I built it up down here and I would say I'm at like low medium coverage. Don't love the lighting right now. I can definitely tell it's just making right here seem super bright. You can see the reflection. So I will work on that, folks. I'm gonna use my current favorite concealer right now, the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover in the shade Porcelain. You need literally a, what's that sound? Sounded like a kumbaya moment happening. Back to my rattly Morphe G38 brush that is holding in there, you know? This foundation is looking pretty. Like, it's definitely more of a natural looking foundation, but right now I need like coverage since I have so much jet lag and red eyes and bumps happening on my face. I think I need to add a little something. I'm gonna add some of the Givenchy Tint Couture Everywhere. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. my new name. So I am no longer ThaTaylaa. I'm doing basically a rebranding and everything is now Taylor Wynn. I've been thinking about changing my channel name for years. If you have been with me, I think it was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I like momentarily changed it and didn't like it and then just like switched it back. But I have always disliked my channel name because there was no meaning, significance, anything behind it, and people can't pronounce it. I literally could not tell you how I came up with ThaTaylaa. It was literally about 9 years ago now. I think I didn't think my YouTube was ever going to become something, so I think I just like named, you know, a random thing as you do, and it turned into basically my brand. There's just always something in the back of my mind that thought eventually I'll change it, and I should change it because people can't pronounce it. Like, it's so embarrassing whenever I'm in real life and someone asks my YouTube name or whatever, my like social media, and I can't even say it and I have to like spell it out for them or type it in their phone. Other YouTubers would struggle saying it in videos. I would struggle saying it. My parents would struggle saying it. Mallory and Kean call me ThaTaylaa. You know, there's all this stuff. But people thought my name was Talia or Taylor or Ayla. And yeah, so that was the good times with ThaTaylaa. So I knew I wanted to change it to something that people could pronounce, and also just like when you're thinking about your brand in the future, just everything surrounding your name and how people perceive it, it just felt like time. I'm just gonna powder all over. This is the Makeup Forever one because I want to add some coverage. So I'd been kind of brainstorming names for maybe like a month or so and just like floating them past people. I had a couple options that I was considering. And then we were in Vegas and my boyfriend and I were walking down the street and he was like, "What about Taylor Wynn?" And I was like, I kind of like that, but I also kind of think I have a relative named Wynn, so that would be cool if there was like that connection there. So I texted my mom, DM'd my grandma on Instagram. Yes, my grandma has Instagram. Shout out to you, grandma. And my great grandpa was actually named Wynn. So I liked that I had like a family connection there, and I liked the sound of it, and I liked how it looked with like the two Y's, the Y in Taylor, the Y in Wynn. So I sat on that name for a couple weeks and just made sure that I still liked the sound of it, and Wynn was kind of like the overwhelming winner. But the actual switch happened a lot quicker than I was expecting, because basically what happens is if you have to change your handle but you still want to keep everything, like all of your followers, your profile, your photo, everything, you have to work directly with someone at Instagram or at Facebook or whatever, like an actual person, not just support, because it gets lost and nothing ever happens. So I had the opportunity to actually get it changed, and it was kind of like out of my control at that point. Like, it was as soon as they made the change, it was happening, and I didn't want to delay it because I didn't know if I would have the chance again, basically. So they made the switch, and it happened basically in like 2 days. So the Instagram switch kind of started everything. At that point, I reached out to the designer I work with, and we're working on creating a new logo and everything, and obviously a new channel banner. All of the intro, outro, everything will be switched over to the new logo. So once that happened and I knew like things were rolling, then I announced it on Twitter and Instagram, and I obviously wanted to make this video just explaining everything more. I'm using Cover FX bronzer in Sunkissed, yeah. But because my videos are all pre-filmed for October, it's not going to be until November until you guys see the updated, you know, intro, outro, channel banner, everything. So I am so happy that you guys like Taylor Wynn, the name, as much as I do. And it went over so well, and it seems like the overwhelming majority of you guys are excited for the switch and like excited for just this new, I don't know, it does feel different. Some of you said that on Instagram, and I totally agree. It feels like a new chapter almost, and I'm really excited. It just feels right. Like, I love that I can actually just say Taylor Wynn now. I don't have to be like ThaTaylaa. None of you have to awkwardly say it anymore. Yay for that. I'm going to try the ColourPop Creme de la Creme palette. I think I'm just going to use a combo of like the pinkier shades in here. So it's just a highlighting palette. So yeah, I feel really good about the switch. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see how the logo and everything turns out. It just all happened really quick, but it is there, and Taylor Wynn is here. This light white one is really pretty, actually. It's kind of like a yellow champagne. Thought it was going to be too yellow by looking at it in the pan, but that's really pretty. I'm going to go in with CoverGirl True Blend Blush in medium rose. Oh, okay, so let me answer some questions about the name thing. So as far as content and a rebrand and everything, My content isn't changing. My content is staying exactly the same for now, at least. I don't see anything changing there. I'm basically just doing beauty and lifestyle videos like I have been doing for the last couple years. A couple years ago, I started doing more like vlogs and lifestyle videos, and I've been really enjoying those. And those are some of my favorites to make. So nothing is changing. I'm still going to be having mostly beauty videos with some lifestyle, some travel. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, the handle has changed and my Facebook handle has also changed. For YouTube, you can either search ThaTaylaa or Taylor Wynn and I'll come up. So all of my old video links work. Everything is totally fine on YouTube, but Instagram, you do have to search Taylor Wynn now. It's not ThaTaylaa at all. There's no connection to ThaTaylaa. That account is not me, so make sure you're following Taylor Wynn on Instagram. And I do monthly giveaways on Instagram, so if any of you guys aren't following there and you want to participate, I give away makeup on there every single month, some skincare, Drunk Elephant. My Facebook URL is changed to Taylor Wynn Official. I know, official is a little obnoxious, but it was the only thing that was available. I'm gonna have my updated links down below in the description box. What else were you guys asking in regards to that? Is it my last name? Am I married? No and no. Some people thought I got married in Hawaii. Not married. So if there are any other updates in regards to that or any link changes or anything, definitely make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter because I've been updating on there throughout this whole thing. If you are new here, I realize that not all of you follow me on Instagram or Twitter. When my video went up last week, it was the Foundation Friday update video, and so many comments were so confused about Taylor Wynn. So I shared it ahead of time on other social media, but I know not everyone has that or follows there. So, oh wow, this is like very nicely raised right here. So this is a new ColourPop palette. I don't know if you buy this was NPR, so I'm not sure if you buy it with all of these in here or if they're individuals, but I'm just gonna dip into here and create something. All right, so let's talk about Hawaii. So I just went there. I got back last night in my time at 2 a.m. I definitely feel a bit jet lagged today, which is weird because last time I came back from Hawaii, I didn't feel it at all. Must have been like the time that I flew in or something, but I'm actually going to be back in Hawaii, in Maui, in a month or so, like over Thanksgiving. My boyfriend's family goes to Maui a lot, so I actually got invited to spend Thanksgiving with them, which I'm really excited about. I filmed a video while I was there, which I think will be going up this week when you guys are seeing this. I want to post this video as soon as possible since it has all these updates in it. So I did like an Instagram Q&A where I had you guys ask questions in that little box thing, you know? And I was gonna do like a car vlog Q&A thing, but the majority of the questions were about health stuff, and I don't know, I like sat down to film it the other day and I could just not get in the mindset, and I also was just getting very frustrated. It's hard to talk about that stuff, and I know that I don't usually, and that's because it's really hard for me when I'm feeling decent to go back in that mindset and like talk about it because I just want to focus on feeling good for that moment. Wow, that was a very like orange eyeshadow. I wasn't anticipating that. I'm going to try and do that Q&A video and like answer all those questions, but I don't know. It's been a real rough last really 6 months. It's been the worst I've ever been, and I don't know why, but the last couple months has been almost every single day. And so basically in like the window where I have a few hours, I just try and film, and I've canceled so many, not gonna cry. I've just had to cancel a lot of things, and it's just been a rough last couple months. So I want to answer your guys' questions, but I also am not like in the mental space to do that. On the days where like right now where I feel decent enough to film and have lights in front of me and stuff, it's like that's the last thing I want to think about or talk about. It's so insane to me. Like when you look at Instagram, for example, and I've talked about this before in a vlog, but you would have zero idea what anyone's going through. And it's not that I try and like portray something else on Instagram. It's just posting pictures on Instagram is my job, right? Like that's part of what I do, and I love it. I love Instagram. It's a creative outlet for me. I love like thinking of ideas for photos and the editing. Like I love the whole process of Instagram. When I go take photos for a day, I might be spending an hour to get 10 different photos that I'm posting throughout the course of the month or even 2 months. Sometimes I post a picture from like 4 months ago. So when I'm posting every single day on Instagram, that's not real time, and it's not reality. I just want people to be aware of that, because whether it's a chronic health thing or mental health or whatever it is, just keep in mind that what you're seeing on Instagram, if you think like someone's doing cool things all the time, or like, I don't know, whatever you think when you look at Instagram, it's just a really hard and weird thing for me, because I never want to feel like I'm not being real or open with you guys, because I try my best to always do that to, you know, the level that I want to as far as privacy and everything. It's not something that I like bringing attention to, so I'm not like posting, you know, when I have a migraine every single day or feel like shit or am having like a breakdown that day. I don't personally like doing that. I would rather just like deal with it myself. What am I even saying right now? I don't really know how to explain it. It's so weird when you're like laying in bed with a rag on your head and you've been in bed all day, but then to be posting like another picture on Instagram and people have no idea. It's not that I want people to know, but I also just want people to be aware that what they see on Instagram, what you see on Instagram, isn't the full story, and it's never gonna be. And it's not at all that I'm trying to like put on this, you know, image of a different life or whatever. It's just that like my reality. Wow, I have eyeshadow all over my hand. I prefer when I feel good to focus on the positive, and that's what I want to share with you guys too. Like, I want you to be able to feel uplifted and motivated and happy when you come to my pages, not something else. I don't know if any of that made sense. And like usual, I'll probably cut all that out. But if not, yay me for actually keeping something in. We'll answer a common question on that Q&A thing about traveling and health stuff, because I feel like maybe it's helpful. But a lot of questions were, how do you travel so much with all of your health stuff? And it's the same way that I live my life at all. I feel like you can't not try and do things, because then you'll just be in bed the whole time. So for me, it's like I would rather go on a trip and have, you know, a few hours a day where I can experience it and be thankful that I get to be outside than just staying at home because it might happen, you know what I mean? And it usually does happen. Like, I usually feel crappy at least half the time on a trip, but for me, it's worth it for the other good half. Hawaii was actually decent. We were there for 5 full days, and I think I had 2 days where I didn't take a migraine, like sumatriptan Imitrex pill. So the other few days, I missed dinner one of the nights. I was out until the afternoon one of the other days. So again, you're not seeing the full picture, you know? This is the last thing I'm going to say about this, but anytime I talk about it, it just brings up comments or suggestions or whatever. And like I've said, I totally appreciate your guys' suggestions and those of you who take the time to email me and everything. But it's just hard because it's like when I open my comments, it's usually like a little bit of an escape for me, and I don't have to think about pain, you know? And then when you see comments about it, it's hard sometimes, and I just have to be in the right mental space to read those kinds of comments. So I know like when I post this video, obviously a lot of comments are going to be about that. So that's really like the main reason. I really can't deal with comments and stuff about it. So that's usually why I avoid talking about it. Wow, that was an uplifting segment. We're going all over the place in today's video. Not loving this eyeshadow. What do I need to add? Maybe some of this pink shade? I feel like it just got way too orange and I was not ready for that. Speaking of trips, I have everything so pre-filmed in October because I have so many trips coming up and just big things. So basically, like when I have a day like this, I'll try and film 2 to 3 videos, usually 2 videos. That's how I like pre-film so much. I did want to talk about the iPhone 11, which I got, obviously. It's right here. Wow, this is a big technology month. Thank God for write-offs. Basically, I got this solely because of the camera. I had the iPhone 8 Plus, which now looking back, I'm like, why did I keep that camera for so long? It was so crappy in comparison to like the X. I take almost all of my Instagram photos on my phone. Sometimes I'll use like a different lens or something on like a DSLR, but usually I just take it on my phone. And so I don't know why I didn't upgrade before that, but the iPhone 11, the only difference between the 11 and the Pro that like really matters in my opinion is the telephoto lens, and that's basically just like a zoom lens, so I didn't feel like I would be zooming in on any like flowers or bees or anything anytime soon, you know, but if that's your thing, go for it. So it's way cheaper to get the iPhone 11, and I didn't feel like I needed the extra lens. So far I've been using it for about 3 weeks. All of my Hawaii photos were taken on this phone. Any of my recent Instagram photos were taken on this phone. The portrait mode is incredible. The wide angle is unreal. That's like the big difference, is the wide angle lens and the portrait. I mean, I had portrait on my, did I have the 7 Plus or 8 Plus? I can never remember. I think it was actually the 7 Plus. I had portrait mode, but it was not nearly as good. Night photos are so much better on this phone. So far, I'm loving it, and I haven't even noticed the no home button thing. Like, I'm already used to it, and everything else is just so much faster. I love it. This eye booster is like running out of juice, so I got a backup here. The selfies are a little too HD, if you ask me. Very clear. Very, very clear. Okay, I need to like get some gold or something. I feel like everything just looks kind of dull. I don't know if it's the crease color. I'm going with the Urban Decay Naked palette, Naked Reloaded. I feel like whenever I do my eyeshadow with this palette, it just always ends up looking good. I'm just adding some boundaries and bucked into the crease. I think that brown was just too like ashy looking. Okay, do I want to do false lashes? This whole makeup look today I'm not like thrilled with. I think it's the lighting, because the lighting is just like washing everything out and looking a little bit wild. So yesterday I forgot my cable. Like, you know how on the new iPhones you can't use normal headphones, you have to use the adapter, the little lightning cable thing. So I forgot that lightning cable at their place. So I couldn't listen to anything on the plane. So right as I was about to board, I had like 2 minutes, and I just ran into the store right there, and they happened to have lightning cables for sale. So I bought one, was so stoked, went to get on the plane, and you know when you have that person next to you who just does not shut up, like does not want to stop talking? I had that dude. So I put my headphones in. Oh, that's a primer. So he would hopefully get the message, and I was looking out the window and I could hear him ask me something, but I kind of just like pretended to be listening to something so I wouldn't keep talking. And he got the message. He eventually stopped talking, but then I went to actually play something, like play an audiobook, and it just started playing out loud because the lightning cable was entirely broken, and I'm pretty sure he realized that I was just like fake ignoring him that whole time. Thankfully, Hawaiian Air had those like TV things on the back of the seats, so I ended up just watching 4 random episodes of Game of Thrones and never watched Game of Thrones in my life. And I'm pretty sure I saw like the season finale of all 8 seasons. My Uber driver on the way to the Hawaii airport was a medium, and she was just telling me about all this crazy stuff. She said she got like called to Hawaii. She uses crystals on the ground and does something with the energy. I think it was called gridding or something, crystal gridding. That could be totally wrong. She was just a really interesting woman, and I don't know, I feel like there's so much we don't know that I'm always open to hear about that stuff. I've never had any ghost experiences or like hearing things or talking to people, but I do definitely have a weird thing with intuition with both people and just like certain things I'll get a really weird feeling about. And so far it's always been right. I do think that there's a lot out there that we just haven't tapped into yet, or that only certain people can. And I think it's really interesting to hear about those kinds of things. I'm kind of tempted to put this on my lid. I don't know if the red will look totally weird. Ooh, what if I put on my lower lash line? We're doing it. I feel like we need a little pop. So this is the Urban Decay Glitter in Stonewall. Hopefully this doesn't burn my eyeballs. Okay, I am kind of obsessed with that. That is what we needed. I like that it actually doesn't look too pink or too red. Ooh, that's a pretty color glitter. What else? So we've already started planning the next 15 days of foundation. Beauty Wishes, Project Beauty Share. So excited for you guys to see some of the things we've been working on. We actually already have one of the shirt designs done, and it is so cool. Megan, Freak Fly Designs, kills it every time. I'm not going to be sharing the dates yet, but you guys will be hearing soon, but it is coming in the spring, so it's still pretty far out, but we just start planning everything now. It takes a lot of time to coordinate. Ooh, that color is pretty. What is this? This is Sigma New Mod liquid lipstick. So I think those are all of the updates I had for you guys. This video was like a roller coaster all over the place, but I hope you enjoyed and feel updated and things, you know. I'm gonna have all the new social links again down below, at Taylor Wynn on Instagram. I'll have everything I used on my face linked down below in the description box, along with the Thrives in Fall shirt. Once these are sold out, they are sold out, so definitely check out the link down below if you wanted to get your hands on the shirt. Also, you could like cuff it and roll it up. Wow, I got a lot of freckles. Anyways, you could cuff it, roll it up if you wanted to give it like a different kind of look, or you could also crop it. Like you could just cut the bottom and wear it with like high-waisted pants or shorts or whatever you wanted. If you live in like Arizona or Florida or something. Over here, we are in pants season, folks. I hope you enjoyed this Shadow and Schmooze. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. But I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I also wanted to say thank you to all of you guys who have been here with me since the college days, since ThaTaylaa now. Just been here through this whole thing. So I love you. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.